everybody. So now we are in Pat's what year again? 2016 Subaru STI. We're not going to be doing, you know, a pull. She's been sitting for a while, and but we're gonna take a ride and see what he thinks as far as, you know, just the ride and how it handles compared to what he felt in the RS. So obviously, so you said you have a so you got a short shifter on this.
With the bushings up underneath.
All right, so upgraded bushing, short shift bushings as well.
I was supposed to get the transmission mount bushing thing from somebody, but I never ended up making the purchase from them.
Okay.
But that's supposed to make a big difference too. The thing with Subarus, once you change all the mounts on the car, it's a different car, right?
Well, yeah.
Like how your car feels driving, just at least in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
It's like you did all the mounts in it. Not like, say, transmission mounts, but like the shifter bushings and damn, this is messed up.
Well, like the way it kicks.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't went back to stickers.
So I do have all of the mounts in the engine bay are done. So the shift linkage mounts, like the solid shift linkage bushings, those are done. The shift cable mounts, that's been swapped over. Those are solid. And then the inside the engine, where you take off or inside the car, where you take off the center console, those bushings have been done as well. And then to the short shifter, those bushings are solid as well.
I can tell. Just being in the passenger seat, I can tell.
Yeah, it kicks. Like the only thing I would say, the only downside to that is that it's so not clunky, but like it's harsh. Yeah. So like you'll never get that smooth shift ever again.
This is notchy as hell.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Wait till you drive. This is not. How many people parking at damn cabs at their house? Sorry, I'm a truck driver. I used to drive over the road, and then I couldn't take my truck and park it at the house, so I'm seeing trucks at people's homes in here, and I'm getting pissed off. But anyway, back to the main topic. But yeah.
No, yeah. So like that notchiness is just, just a part of life now.
Is great, because the stock shifter feel in here,
right?
It was nice, but it was like
sloppy. It
was like rowing a boat a little bit. You know?
Well, that was the one thing when because I had mentioned in one of my previous videos, that's always what I change first is the shifter, short shifter, whether it be mounted inside of the transmission, on top of the tower, or inside the car, directly to the lever and the linkage. I need my shifts to feel shorter, quicker. I don't want to spend 5 minutes rowing from second gear to third. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some videos where, like, what's the best example? Back in the day when I had a Z24 Chevy. Bro, the shift links on that, it took me like a half hour to shift. Like I started shifting at the stop sign in the 5 points. By the time I got in the third, I was at PNC.
Good Lord.
It's like a minute and a half. Like is what it felt like. Because it was just so long. But then
like just no, never that next to the lady walk.
Yeah. Just get past her. Her dog might die if you do it right. She don't look happy.
Well, just an example, just watch.
Right.
Second?
Yep.
Third?
Yep.
We have a bump here, so.
Bump!
Gotta follow the rules a little bit, right?
A smidgen.
quick that was?
Yeah, that was super quick.
And then third, fourth.
Okay.
So
yeah. third to fourth seemed much quicker, even than my car.
Oh yeah, but you know, like I said, stock, it was easy to miss a gear. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I first got this car, you know, I was driving it around on my days off or whatever. I had to get used to it. Yeah. Right. You know how many times I ended up starting in third because of how, you know what I'm saying, like kind of gummy it was. Right. The shifter. And then once I got this in here, I'm just like, man, they should have made it like this.
Well, what's you freaking? Well, that was the same thing when me and Joe kind of ran each other coming back from Boxer Fest. It was the shifts were so long that when I missed the gear, because I was expecting to be in there much sooner, but it had, I think I explained it, it had almost like a double shift feel to it. Yeah. So when you went from, let's say, second to third, you had that first feel was it entering the gate, and then the second was you hitting the back of the shift. So you had to release the clutch on that second bump versus the first one. Because if you release it on the first one, you get the ring, like wrong. So I was like, and then he just took off on me. Yeah. Yeah. But then the next time,
you got it.
I got it. But that's so annoying. Right. So I did have to do a little bit of adjusting and learning with the Boomba short shifter after I got the right shifter put in place, and I had the fiasco where the one aftermarket one, the power agency one, or agency power, like literally like came loose as I was driving. It was
as you were driving.
Yeah, it was horrible. So it had an adjustment nut built onto it. So, you know, if anyone's familiar, the ball sits inside a pivot point. But that pivot point is underneath where you.
A few moments later.
Oh yeah, dude,
yeah, it's touchy.
Touchy is not the word. See, so this is where I gotta get used to. I'm used to having my whole foot on the clutch. Yeah. This is so high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruh. Sorry, I didn't see that. All right, let me go the other way to avoid all that.
Yeah, all that carnage on the road.
Yeah, all the carnage on the road. Yeah, that is touchy. Oh my Lord. But I love how
torquey it is.
Yeah, it's super torquey. Yeah. It's almost like, oh, hey, new guy, how you doing? Go ahead and let me out. What is this fight back I'm getting from the steering wheel?
Oh, that's just good old Subaru understeer, you know. Let you know that
as these neighborhood deer are playing fucking dodgeball with the car. No, that shifting is much smoother than in my car.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I gotta drive your car now to see the difference.
Yeah, that's much smoother. Let's see. Let's go this way.
Not too bad.
No, it's not bad. That's definitely not the word. It's almost, well, not almost, like it is just, it's very refined.
Yes, smooth.
Yeah, extremely smooth. It doesn't surprise you at all. It doesn't.
It's predictable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like you feel the car accelerating. You feel, you know what I mean, you see the RPMs climbing, you know, you feel the car accelerating, but you don't feel it. You know what I mean?
In your chest, yeah.
Yeah, like with the RS, you felt your body pushing in the chair.
Yeah.
With this, it was like, okay, it's happening.
Well, this is still stock turbo, stock fuel, stock clutch.
So like the body.
You're at the stage I'm getting ready to be at.
Yeah.
Already.
Right.
So, you know.
But it's definitely, I would say the only thing I don't like is how damn high this clutch is. It's like damn near, like it's tucked so high up under the dashboard. I'm like, where the fuck is this thing?
Yeah.
This makes me feel short. But I definitely like how like as soon as you put your foot down, it's like, let's go.
Yeah, the good thing about most Subaru clutches, especially the good aftermarket ones, is the on-off switch. That's why people could launch as hard as they do.
Yeah.
Because you slip it a little bit, and then you dump it, and you're gone.
You can definitely feel that. It sounds nice.
Yeah. It's gonna sound a lot nicer in a couple months.
Got a little tiny bit of that notchiness, but it's not as bad as the RS. Like the RS's notchiness is way worse than this.
It's worse than this.
Yeah. I think like it kind of falls back into that predictability again.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with an aftermarket shift lever, aftermarket, shift knob, it's still predictable. You still know exactly what you're getting. Because even having been in Joe's car, the shift still feels the same. Obviously, Joe's was a
5-speed.
Yeah, his was a 5-speed, and then he had the Cobb short throw, which was a lot louder, like tom, like you get that big ass clump.
Oh, this has those other bushings, so this actually has the whine too a little bit.
Is that what that whining sound is?
Yeah.
This.
I like that snap crackle pop.
Yeah, well, that's because the oil is pretty much warmed up. So, if you want to drive it in normal mode, don't do anything, just put it in go. If you want to drive it in sport mode, you can press this button once to bring up the menu, and then the second time it'll move it over to the S, and then quick confirm with the OK. It'll show up right here on the main screen. All right, so we're back in the RS. Pat, as you can tell, is in the driver's seat. So we're gonna give him a chance to drive it so he can see how it feels compared to the STI.
I see how you're clutching.
So your reverse is gonna be over to you and up. There you go. This exhaust is so loud. I've actually been thinking about removing the exhaust valve bypass, so it's a little bit more quieter, and then I'm like, nah. Mainly for my neighbor's sake in like the morning. Like when I get up at 4:30.
But do you really care about how your neighbors feel?
No, I don't. They don't pay my mortgage.
Yeah, that is not shit.
That's not your shit, right?
All right, Mr. Deer.
Mr. What?
It's all right, Mr. Deer.
Yes, stay away.
Better move or lose it, bro. Let's see.
Trying to get a little bit more me up in here, because I'm your host.
Yeah, you gotta rest your foot on the clutch a little bit.
Right? So you're still in regular mode. So if you want to go into sport, you're gonna have to hit the drive mode button a couple times.
Yeah, wait till we get on 925-mile-an-hour roads to get sport. Even know this is a short shift.
Yeah. It feels longer.
That's still a long throw.
Now imagine how much longer it was.
Oh, it must have been.
Bruh.
It must have been rowing a boat before.
So it stops here. I was stopping, my shift was like, my hand literally was maybe like
touching the buttons.
Damn near touching the buttons.
Crazy, man. That's too much.
Exactly.
That's way too much.
So, and this short shit kit is on both ends. So the shift weight on the transmission tower that was done. So that's the Montoon one, which is like a 15% reduction in throw. And then the Boomba shift lever is another 35% reduction in throw. So overall, I'm down like half the distance that it initially was.
That's crazy.
And that still feels long to you.
Yeah. Compared to the Subaru, yeah. But I mean, it's a different feel because that layout is rear-wheel drive based layout.
Right, rear wheel
transfer case and all that other shit.
No, yeah. So this is a front wheel bias. Yeah, where yours is a rear wheel bias.
Yeah. So the linkage feel is different, the shift feel is different.
Right. And I think also that's why it's in like when you go to take off, there's a lot less, I guess.
I could actually, I'm not good at heel towing, but you can't actually heel tow.
No, heel towing in this car sucks. No, because the gas pedal is offset a few inches back. So there is a mod. It's a gas pedal spacer that like Mishimoto makes.
Too.
So to help raise that shit up.
Yeah, I think Veris Engineering makes it.
I'm not sure about Veris, but I know Mishimoto makes one for this car.
The one guy
and Stita.
One guy I follow lives in New Jersey. He's got a real nice STI.
Right.
And he was trying to sell it, but I think he's gonna end up keeping it because
Yeah. Why not?
He did the pedal spacer thing on his, and he had to drive it for a little bit, get used to the spacing and everything. But he was like, "Yo, I wish I did this when I first got the car," and I'm just like, "Damn."
I thought about I like to look up in like forums before I do a mod to see what the consensus is. If it's worth it, or if it's just one of those, you have the car, so you have to do this mod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those, just follow everyone else down the unnecessary rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So far, it's been kind of like middle of the pack. Like some people are like, oh yeah, definitely do it. It makes a huge difference. Clutch and gas response have increased much better.
Come on now. Come on.
And then I we got a view on the side that there's some lady is walking a grandmother or something in a wheelchair. So.
Don't walk your grandmother in the street.
In what's the time? In 37-degree weather.
Yeah.
And she's wrapped up in a cheetah print.
At 5:15 in the evening.
At 5:15 in the evening, it's only getting darker. It's gonna be like pitch black in like 20 minutes up here.
Yeah. Which is a good thing we're making this footage now because you wouldn't even be able to see me.
He said it, not me. So I don't want to hear that. Oh shit. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought.
It's all good. But this you're steering tight. Yeah, there's still a whole bunch of other bushings and mounts and shit I could get for my car that I don't have yet. But how does it feel driving that compared to this?
That one, like, it felt like, oddly enough, don't take this too negatively.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell the difference sitting in the car from your STI to my wife's her ascent. It's just something innately Subaru.
Innately Subaru, yeah.
Like it feels centered, it feels planted, and at no time under acceleration or turning did I feel under control or out of control. It just felt like it's just coasting. It's just going. It's like, hey, welcome to Subaru.
I know what.
But yeah, like other than the clutch, that was the only thing I would probably be like, yeah, I don't like that. At least not right now. Because if I were to get one to either be a project or to be like a daily, I'm sure I would get used to it.
Yeah.
But it would be like aggravating. Like the like you said, that's more for like kind of toe shifting to be a little bit quicker. Where this is more designed to like get your whole foot on it.
Whole foot, yeah.
And then I don't know if you can tell so far from like what I was saying about when you shift in and out of gears, there's like that little hitch in the clutch.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
You said sport is.
So press that once, now press it again, okay. There you go, and now you're in sport.
There's a little difference.
Yeah, so sport mode opens up the engine, allows it to breathe more, it changes the timing of the valves, so your RPMs raise a little bit quicker.
No shit.
And you get more response. Before and you get a little more pops and burbles as you just heard.
Yeah, I hear a little volume out there.
Yeah. When you're in normal mode, it's just for putzing around town and just normal driving.
Right.
Where if you mash it, the system will be like, okay, he needs more power, open it up. But then as soon as you get off and come back down, it'll reset you. Now track mode is OD. Like you freaking the RPMs jump up to like 3 grand, and then like going from here to the stop sign, you feel like you could get up to 100 in second gear. It feels completely different, but the suspension is harsh as shit in track mode.
It's harsh as shit, period. To be honest with you,
I mean,
and my suspension is harsh.
Yeah. But so are you still on? You're on coilovers right now, right?
No, that's stock suspension.
That's stock suspension.
Yep.
This is on lowering springs.
Right.
So, and that felt like butter. It's weird being on this side. A little scary to be honest.
I'll tell you what. It ain't taking me long to get used to the shifting.
2 hours later.
All right, we're back. Sorry, we kind of lost track of what was going on, and we started disappearing from the camera. But now that we're done, we've both driven each other's cars. Pat has had a fair chance to compare on both cars. What do you think?
I was a fan of the Focus RS before. I'm a huge fan now. So what's
the number one thing that impressed you on the RS versus the STI?
I'll say the factory suspension and steering overall, because mine is still like old school hydraulic, like driver feel control, where yours is
fly-by-wire. Yeah.
Right. That's
very twitchy.
Very twitchy. It's great. Like I said, the way that car is now, just improve on it as it is and leave it like that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Now, when you were getting on it and it was climbing in the RPMs, did you feel like you were going to lose it at any point, or did you feel like more confident?
I felt less confident because of the road we were on, not because of the car we were in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense.
Versus what I'm doing into this car, since it's mostly stock, it's predictable, so it's not scary.
Right.
But you're around the 400 area, which is where I'm looking to be.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to get to.
So if you guys go check out the dyno video, which I'll post down in the description, the Mustang dyno that I was on rated me at 380 horse to the wheel. So if anyone's familiar with it, the DynoJet dynos usually push out or read about 20% higher.
Yeah.
So you figure that's around the 430 to 450 mark to the wheels.
I'd probably say like 425.
425, which honestly is good. That's why I feel like for that car, that's more than enough. You know what I mean?
Like I
and
said,
it's not even a daily driver.
Just improve it where it is, refine it where it is, and take that to an actual like track.
Yeah.
But then again, you'll get to the track and you realize that the car is faster than you can drive it.
Probably, yeah.
Because the road is made for
driving fast, right? So we're gonna leave that one off here. I want to thank Pat for doing this episode with me. Like I said, you will be seeing much more of him as the weather breaks. So when you guys see this, it's probably already gonna be warm. I'll probably have other videos ready to go. So as always, Wrench Daily.